What's the future of Maricopa real estate? Hey guys, Sean Leonard here with Housing Around AZ, powered by King and Sky Realty. Alright, the big question going into the rest of the year of 22 and going into 2023 is what's going on with real estate. And as you know today, rates just got increased by another 0.75%. And what are we kind of seeing? What are we thinking is going to happen? I really think there's 5 things out there that are going to make sure in the, if not the short term, in the longer term, that Maricopa real estate is still going to see a nice trajectory. It might dip, but it's going to come back. All right, number 1. Everybody's moving to Arizona. If you see everything people are still talking about it, people are still coming to Arizona every day. People are leaving California. They're leaving all those cold weather places. Who wants to shovel snow in Illinois in the middle of winter when you could come out here and enjoy the sunshine? So we're seeing every day people coming to Arizona, and we're still seeing that. We have jobs. We have a lot of employment opportunities. We have a lot of opportunities. And we're even though the housing market has gone up a lot, it's still better than places like California, where you can see that, I mean, it just makes a lot more sense. For the price of a shoebox there, you could buy a house here. And Maricopa, with that, they're moving here, and they're moving to Maricopa because you get the lower house prices. All right, number 2. Millennials. So what we're seeing is, and I've seen a lot of reports, they've talked about that the millennials are just hitting the time when they're buying their first house. So average first-time home buyer, it moved in the last couple of years. It used to be 32, now it's 36, just based on the fact of home prices going up. But the highest level of millennials is hitting that number. We don't have enough houses. So even with everything that's been going on, there's not enough homes out there. And so that's going to put a crunch on the market, and it's going to help home prices go back up. And it's really going to give us the ability to keep the prices moving up in the longer term. Now here's an interesting one for Maricopa. Anybody who's been here a while, you know, on a rainy day, on a cold, wet morning, you come out and the town smells like cows. Right? We've had the cows around town. Well, they just announced today that the last place for raising cows has sold to the city, and they are having about a year for them to be moving out the last group of cows. So in the next year, that's not going to be a problem. As an agent, I've been told, hey, I'm never going to buy in Maricopa because it smells. Well, now we have that rebuttal to be able to say, hey, it's not that way anymore. That the cows are going, the cows are moving somewhere else. They're moving the farms somewhere else. They're moving the dairies out of town. So you're going to have less cows. You're going to have less smell. You're going to have less flies. All those things that kind of come along with it are going away. Slowly but surely, they've gone away. The next one's kind of interesting. So I don't know how much everybody was paying attention to the right before we kind of took the dip. A lot of real estate people were talking about the amount of corporate buyers going in and buying homes. In the single family in Arizona, 30% of all homes sold last year went to corporate buyers. And you're looking, most of those are going to be sub 500,000. So I'm sure that number is a lot higher when you look at sub 500,000 homes, which is first-time home buyer houses. Because there's that old thing, that's how you build wealth. That you buy your home, you're paying your monthly payment, and you're paying off your mortgage. Even if the rates and the home value stays stagnant, you're still building that value because you're building the equity in the home. Well, Wall Street got smart with that, and they said, hey, why not have us as the ones building equity in these homes, having the same people paying in every month, paying for the mortgage. Now they're building that equity and making money. And plus, they're paying cash, so they don't even have to deal with interest rates. So what we're seeing is a lot of people, when you're losing out on those bidding wars, you're losing to a corporate buyer. Now what's going to happen is they've pulled away. They're not buying in the market right now. But I am talking to individual investors, and they're starting to go, okay, well, if the house prices hit this number, I'm going to buy something. And those corporate buyers are going to do the same thing. The second they see the market take that shift, they're going to jump back in, and they're going to help push that in. So that's why really if you're a first-time home buyer, your time to buy is now when you don't have that competition. Yes, maybe you pay a little bit more for that house because it will go down a little bit over the next 6 months to a year, but at least you're able to buy it and you're not competing with somebody who's going to outbid you and they're paying cash. The other thing is development. Maricopa is having lots of development. They just announced the tractor supply company's coming. There's a lot of restaurants starting to come. We've got that water park opening. We had the racetrack already open, and they're doing a lot of development over there. Well, there's a lot of things that are going around. That property I mentioned earlier, the reason it's sold is the town is trying to get industrial parks in now. So they're trying to get an industrial company to come in and put a business there. And we've seen what that did with like Lucid down in Casa Grande. Imagine if they got some kind of company like that to build in Maricopa, what that would do with the jobs and the home prices and everything. And that's what they're working on. So we're getting a lot of development, a lot of places. I mean, they just announced that they're building almost 300 townhomes. So now we're getting townhomes in town. We're getting a lot of these development stuff that's coming, and I just keep going. They're still announcing these projects. They're still moving on with these projects. They haven't put them on hold. So I really think these people who are investing lots of money in the town, they see something, right? And so that's where the town's moving in the right direction. Does it mean in the short term home prices could go down? Of course not. They're probably going to still keep going down some. But for the long term investment, for a 5, 10, 15-year plan, you're going to see something good out of town. Well, my name is Sean Leonard. I'm with Housing Around AZ, powered by King and Sky Realty. If you are looking to buy or sell a house here in Maricopa, please let me know. I'm here to assist you.